Hello, welcome to the channel. My name is Dina. Thanks for joining me today. This is my Hoya Mathilde Splash. This plant flowered for the first time last spring. It was a small bloom, however, I was not expecting it to flower for another year or two, so it was a lovely surprise no matter how small the bloom was. As a Hoya newbie, I think this is the most delightful part of growing Hoyas. I thought it would be nice to share my experience with you because it was fun following a Hoya bloom. And I hope this video will help you recognize flowers on your Hoya Mathilde Splash. I have been growing this Hoya for a year and a half now, and it was an established plant when I got it in 2022. I found it to be an easy Hoya to grow in my environment. It has a thick, succulent-like leaves, so I was careful not to overwater the plant. To be honest, it was a bit underwatered coming out of winter. I was not using fertilizer with higher levels of phosphorus to boost flowering, just my usual diluted liquid fertilizer, which I started using at the start of spring. Now, the first thing I noticed was a slightly curved stem with a bulb-like tip that looked different from the others. My first thought was maybe it was a flower forming. I was cautiously hopeful at this stage. I was also careful in handling the long vines, especially as I tied them around my DIY infinity trellis. The bulb-like tip then started to grow into what I can only describe as looking like a bunch of grapes. It looked very promising at this stage. After 2 weeks, the buds started to lighten and take on a more distinct star shape. After 2 weeks, the flowers opened. The main parts of the flowers were the calyx, which you probably can't see here clearly, were these star-shaped reddish maroon parts at the back of the flower. They were like protective sheath on the flowers, and then they open up to reveal the corolla. These are the star-shaped petals. They have a baby pink blush that were so adorable. And then there's the corona or the crown, another star-shaped flower on top with a dark red center. This bloom had 15 flowers on this umbel or head. The day after they opened, I noticed these clear sticky drops on the side of the coronas, and the floral scent was strong by then. I can't say I loved it. I wouldn't say it was a sweet scent for me. Let me just say I was grateful the plant was outdoors. The blooms lasted for about 2 weeks. And this is the end of the bloom. The corollas dried off and started to drop. There were so many peduncles on this plant, but I learned that it does not mean they will all form into buds and develop into flowers. The bloom in spring may just be a practice run. And I also learned that the flowers can grow from the same peduncle, so it is important not to cut them off. This is how the plant is growing this summer, so maybe it will pull off another bloom someday soon. That is all for today. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please subscribe to the channel to see more plant and flower related content. Leave a like, comment, hit the bell, and I'll see you in my next video.